I'm Grant Sorensen. I'm with the Bureau of Reclamation out of Denver, Colorado, and I serve as the Department of the Interior's Incident Commander for engineering support to the Bureau or to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the Federal Emergency Management Agency.
Okay.
And we provide engineering support for all hazardous disasters. Yeah, from the Bureau of Reclamation perspective, we have about 350 dams in the 17 western states. Actually 400 dams out there, of which about 350 would have potential loss of life in the event that the dam failed. Fortunately, we have a good track record, and we have a internationally recognized safety of dams program. Reclamation is 110 years old, and our infrastructure is aging. You know, we've had 75th anniversary of Hoover Dam, so they're maturing in their own, and for the most part, they're behaving as they were designed and held up well over the years. But like everything, they need a little tender, loving care once in a while and some pampering, and so that's where our Safety of Dams program is heavily engaged in doing that. So as part of our emergency preparedness activities, we look at what could happen to our facilities based on geographic areas, what could cause the dams to fail, and then plan appropriately with that. Once we've updated those plans, we review them on an annual basis, test our communication systems, make sure that nobody's phone numbers changed or area codes have changed, that nobody's telephones have been disconnected downstream. Was working with our emergency management partners from the state, local, tribal, and insular affair areas, as well as the National Weather Service is a key player with us for issuing warnings and watches to the general public. And so we actively work with them, and then once we update the plans every 3 years, we go through a planning process to do a tabletop exercise where we meet in a conference type style to discuss different failure modes, whether it's earthquake induced, flood induced, seepage leading to piping to cause a failure. I discuss those with technical and non-technical personnel, and just look for the interoperability among our emergency plans. And then on a every 6th year, then we do a functional exercise where the emergency and public safety personnel work from their home office. So we'll have folks out at the dam reporting information in, say, to an area office and to the downstream 911 centers, and then does that information get passed around? Does the county establish an emergency operations center? Do we set up an incident command post? How do we share the information? Some of the unique things that we do is, as far as backup communications, we may work with the downstream personnel and their amateur radio people and put plans in place and agreements in place to where their amateur radio people actually come up to the dams and provide not only voice communications as we think of ham radio operators, but they have some extremely up-to-date communication systems. They can do live video feeds by satellite and by high-frequency radio systems. They can send email messages and text messages. Those are great resources to have available in the event that the telephone system gets washed out or the cell towers are going down. It just provides an extra layer of communications capability, and again, that's a shared resource between federal and state and local jurisdictions that really a partnership for all of us, you know, with the goal to save lives, protect property and the environment.